Welcome to battle number 4 of week number 4 of the FNF Seafoam Miles Draft League. I'm your host, Lion Hugs, and I'll be commentating tonight's match between Arya the 2nd Swablus versus Joe of the Atlanta Talonflames. Before we go ahead and begin tonight's match, let's review the Mega and Z Pokemon available. On Arya's side, we have Mega Mawile and no Z Pokemon, whereas Joe has no Mega Pokemon this match, but has brought his Z Attack Komo-o and Z Annie Porygon Z. Before we go ahead and begin, let's give some brief initial thoughts before we start. So, on Arya's side, I do see quite a lot of bulk. Obviously, we have Slowbro, could potentially have Regenerator, and mix it up with Slack Off, and it can last quite a long time, potentially threatening almost anyone depending on what kind of moveset it does bring. It's one of those Gen 1 Pokemon that has access to quite a wide variety of very powerful special moves. And we also see Snorlax, and obviously once Mega Mawile evolves, they can all take some pretty decent damage, not to mention getting the good support from Comfey and especially Frostlass with that speed. And going over to Joe's side, we do see Pokemon I'm pretty darn familiar with, which is Metagross, who can kind of typically functions as that all-out sort of wall breaker. Potentially could get through Mega Mawile or Snorlax depending on the moveset it brings. And on top of that, we also have Drapion with that poison typing as well. Can go ahead and do lots of damage to Comfey and perhaps neutral damage to Mega Mawile. That might be somebody that Arya would have to watch out for. Not to mention, obviously, the Z Pokemon. Joe has made really good use of Porygon Z in previous matches, so I'm excited to see how Porygon Z and obviously Komo-o will be utilized today. And without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Frostlass can function definitely well as a very good suicide lead. Instead we have Dancing in the Flower, the Comfey on Arya's side, and Scorpio, the Drapion, on Joe's side. And that Poison Jab immediately takes out Dancing in the Flower in one shot. Alright, one turn in, the score is 6-5 in Joe's favor. I wonder what Arya was trying to do with that Comfey, or if she anticipated or expected to outspeed Drapion. In that case, Scorpio is probably choiced. And sorry, Shoddy got slow, the Slowbro has just taken Comfey's place. And indeed, Joe switches out to Castelia, the Vanillux. I was about to say Castelia Cone. One of my favorite games, Black and White 2. And Shoddy Got Slow has set up the Trick Room. I wonder if that pun was intentional. Not just for the name, but also for Trick Room. Another one bites the rust. The Mega Mawile comes out, not Mega Evolve just yet, to take that Freeze Dry, losing only about 27% of its health. After it does intimidate Castelia, though Castelia doesn't seem to really mind that too much. Castelia, however, will probably want to switch out, doesn't want to take an Iron Head or literally any Steel type move from Mega Mawile once she evolves. I love that name too, by the way. Another one, another one bites the rust. That's cute. I wonder if we're going to see a crunch on that Mega Mawile. And in single Iron Head, not even Mega Evolved, takes out Another One Bites the Rust, and she takes some damage from the hail. And out comes El Tigre, Landorus Therian. Also does another Intimidate, this time on Mega Mawile. Mega Wild does an Ice Punch, but the Focus Sash keeps Eldigra in to counterattack with Earthquake, and down goes another one, bites the rest. And the Hail will also finish off Eldigra. The score is now 4-4. Very explosive match in just the first 4 turns. I Nido Love, the Nido King comes out versus Joe's Vista, the Porygon Z. Given the Psychic typing, I Nido Love probably wants to switch out to someone else. Possibly Slowbro to tank whatever hit Vista will have. Vista, however, again, another one of those Pokemon that can just have a wide variety of moves. Could probably be packing Thunderbolt or perhaps Shadow Ball to go ahead and deal with Slowbro. Not to mention, Trick Room is still up for one more turn, so Nido King... yeah, Nido King should definitely go first. Instead, we have Chain Chomp the Como to take that Sludge Wave and lost 78% health in the process. This would be a good time for Slowbro to come back out and use Trick Room, and instead, Chain Chomp uses Clangorous Soul Blaze and one-shots I Nido Love. Chain Chomp is now in a very good position to go ahead and sweep the rest of Ari's team. A Haze from Frostlass could really be useful. Or 1 second, let me double check to see if Frostlass does have this. I believe it can. And now we have Ice Lady. Oh my goodness, I love these names. And yep, a simple Ice Shard is more than enough to go ahead and take out Chain Chomp. Doesn't even need to do a Haze, why was I even thinking that? And we are now down between Ice Lady and Vista the Porygon Z. Ice Lady should definitely outspeed, but instead just eat it. The Snorlax comes out to take the critical hit Thunderbolt. Vista uses the substitute probably to try and set up for the next match. I'm sorry, the next turn. Ooh, word salad. However, the return from Snorlax is able to easily take it out. Vista probably doesn't want to stay in. Joe might switch out to either Drapion to try to maybe poison the Snorlax, or perhaps Metagross. Especially if that Metagross is choiced, it could do quite a bit of damage just with Meteor Mash. Instead, Vista goes for the Hyper Beam! Big risk! Just Eat It is now free to go ahead and take it out unless Joe switches out. That return brought it down to 3% health. Unfortunately, Vista must recharge, and it takes the Earthquake. Joe is clearly going for that high risk, high reward. In that case, I wonder if Metagross or Drapion have an ability that can really take out Snorlax. If Ari could just sleep, and knockoff from Scorpio takes out Snorlax. The score is now an even 2-2. This is a very quick, high-paced match. I was expecting a little bit more, I guess, slowness. But again, it just goes to show you with Slowbro, you never know quite what moves it has. That Trick Room seemed to have really helped out Ari in that first part of the match. Now we're down to these last two Pokemon. Trying to see who can really take out Scorpio. Unfortunately, Scorpio's in a really good advantage given the dark typing. Shoddy Got Slow comes out. Probably won't set a Trick Room, but a knockoff goes through. 65% damage, gets rid of leftovers, allows Slowbro to teleport to Ice Lady, who uses Triple Axle. Unfortunately, it's not enough to take out Scorpio, and another knockoff takes out Frostlass. Shoddy Got Slow has healed a bit from the Regenerator. I wonder if it'll be enough to take another knockoff. Instead, Steven's Ace, the Metagross, comes out, and Trick Room is set up. Nice prediction, nice call from Ari. Actually, Shadi goes for the Ice Beam, and whoa! That's crazy lucky! Steven's ace immediately gets frozen, Shadi does a slack off to take advantage of that. And another Ice Beam. That probably doesn't do too much damage. I wonder what other moves... I see, it doesn't really have much else other than Ice Beam. This is very funny, and a Bullet Punch. Unfortunately, does not do enough. Oh goodness. This actually might be a game. Oh, no, Steven's ace has an Earthquake. Alright, keeps going for Ice Beam and is trading blows with that Earthquake from Steven's ace. All Ari has to do is pretty much recover, do one more Ice Beam, and set up another Trick Room. Or recover one more time and then use another Trick Room. It's going to be very hard for Joe to break out of this deadlock. And Explosion still doesn't do enough. Shadogatsu only goes down to 34% health. This might be in kill range for Scorpio's knockoff, and it is! Wow, that was fantastic. Explosive match, oh my goodness. Alright, the score is 1-0 in Joe's favor, and... wow, that surprised me, that explosion. I wonder what item it was holding. Oh, it was holding Life Orbit. Must have missed that. Still though, that utility... I'm very impressed too. It shows like the good utility of Explosion, because I guess with me, with my playstyle, I tend to be a little bit more defensive, like keeping all my Pokemon nice and healthy above 50%, so I try my best not to have like a self-destructive kind of move like Destiny Bond or Explosion, because I would rather keep the Pokemon down all the way to the end of the match, but that Explosion clearly won the match for Joe. Without that, Ari could have easily set up another Trick Room and continued to use Ice Beam to whittle away at Metagross, and then obviously with Scorpio once the Trick Room was set up. That was fantastic. I'm very excited to see this, and we're only halfway through this week. We still have quite a few more matches left. Please stay tuned for more exciting and explosive matches. Take care.